Hey everyone, it's Average Joe PC, and today we're going to walk through how to create your own custom Windows icons. The first thing we're going to do is download the program we're going to use, which is Gimp. And Gimp is a free-to-use photo editing software that really does a good job with everything that it can do. Now, best practice is to have a pic that's square, or as close to square as we can get it. Now let's look to getting our image prepped for this process. If your image is square or close to it, and you don't need to remove any background, then you won't need this next step. But if you do need to remove background, we are going to make sure it has an alpha channel, which essentially gives your file the ability to have nothing in the background instead of saving the file only to have it slap in a white background when you didn't want it. So you're going to open your image, go to the right side of the window to find the Layers menu, and in there you should see your actively selected layer highlighted. If it isn't, select it, then right-click on it, and then click on Add Alpha Channel. If the option is grayed out, then you already have one. Next, we're going to use the Fuzzy Selection tool, and in its settings, make sure the box is checked for Show Mask. Now we're going to select the background we want to remove. It may not get everything all at once, so you may have to remove it a piece at a time. Once you've deleted the background, you should see your pic with a gray checkered background. If you're done deleting the background, click File, then Export, and save it as a PNG. Then open the PNG you just created. Now we have a file that has no background and one that's just square. So now we're going to make sure we have multiple sizes so it looks good no matter what Windows is doing with it. We're going to start by going over to the Layers section and double-clicking this layer to rename it. And we will change it to 256x256 because that's going to be our first size. Once the layer is renamed, go to Tools, Transform, Scale, and change the larger of the two quantities to 256. Click in the next section to make sure it changes as well. Once it has, click Scale. Now we need the canvas to fit that, so go to Image, Canvas Size, make sure both measurements are linked, and set the canvas to 256 by 256. Now we need to create the other sizes, so go over to the Layer section and click on the icon that looks like two rectangles on top of each other to duplicate the layer. Now rename that new layer to 64x64, and we're going to scale this layer to 64 by 64 just like we did our 256. Now that you're an old pro at this, just rinse and repeat for the 48, 32, and the 16 layers. Now you can save this file as an XCF and can then open it back up later on if you want to work on it or change it. Now the only thing left to do is to go to File, Export, pick your file location, and select Microsoft Windows Icon or .ico as a file export. Hit Save and you're good to go. Now the only thing that's left is to use our icons. If you're changing a shortcut icon, you just right-click to Properties, and it should be in the Shortcut tab. Just click Change Icon and navigate to your newly minted icon. If it's a folder, go to Properties, and the Change Icon button should be in the Customize tab. Keep in mind if you change an icon and then move the .ico file, that breaks the connection, so make sure you put your icon somewhere you'll never need to move them from. If this video was helpful, give it a like and hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. If there's a video you'd like to see, leave a request in the comments and I'll do my best to get to it. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch link in the description box.